Hello everybody and welcome to your reading for the week of July 6th. This is Yolanda Roos and you're watching Body, Mind, and Soul. This is a reading for my Sagittarius people. So I have just this one and one more to go, and then they'll all be posted for this week ahead. I was doing monthlies, but I'm going back to doing the weekly because things have leveled out in my life, and this energy of that pandemic and all that stuff, it just kind of drug me down. I can't read the cards if I'm dealing with a lot of oppression, a lot of things. And so just with that being said, this is your sun, moon, or rising with Sagittarius. I am not a traditional reader of cards. I am a healer and a white light reader. So my energy comes from God. I seek wisdom. So I'm not going to tell you your fortune. I'm not going to tell you if you're going to be rich or anything like that, because anytime you read the cards, as soon as you know something and you change it, it's all different again, and then you really don't know your future. So nobody knows your future but you and God, and it's between you and God, okay? So this month we're gonna get those readings going again. We'll have some other little readings, so if you do like the things you're seeing, go ahead and subscribe. There's a little button underneath. This is for a general read, so it may resonate with you and it might not. I apologize if not. So like I said, this is for July 6th. This is for healing, wisdom, dealing with blocks, the dark, or they call it the shadow side of you, so that we can live and be in our best light, and we can help society. If we're not well and we're not doing good, we can't really help society, because we'll be struggling and dealing with our own internal things that we have going on. So when I read the cards, it is to bring enlightenment and awareness, to trigger thought, or to evaluate the things that you might be doing that might not be that great for you, because we all do things that aren't good for us. So with this coming forward, we're in Mercury retrograde, so I will probably be speaking a little funky. We have 5 planets aligned, which gives us a superpower energy, and there's an eclipse coming. There's like all kinds of major stuff right now, so tensions and emotions and things could be a little high right now with Mercury retrograde, which I've been trying to tell people. Be careful with signatures on things, agreeing. A lot of times there's miscommunication during this time, because Mercury retrograde is the reverse. Mercury deals with communication, things that are like legal documents, stuff like that. So in a Mercury retrograde, which means it appears to be going backwards, you could have miscommunication. So be very clear about what you want or what somebody else wants. Make sure you're reading the fine print. I would say, honestly, if you could avoid signing during Mercury retrograde any legal or possibly important documents. If you start a job, make sure you're clear at what they want or what you want out of it, okay? Because it's a stupid thing, and that stupid little planet just causes a lot of trouble. But you know, it's a pre-warning. I'm not going to tell you future about it, how it's going to be, but if you do have a delay, it's delays. If the delay that a Mercury retrograde would bring is you're going to do something and your car gets a flat tire and you're going to have to show up late. Okay, you're going to have to show up late. Don't get your panties in a twist or anything. Just fix your tire and go to the thing and say, hey, I'm sorry, you know, I had to fix my tire. Call your job, whatever. So those are the stupid little things that will happen, but it'll also be miscommunications. It is a time of reflection. Mercury retrograde is a time when you can take all those things that bubble up. They will, because it causes you to stop. Because a lot of times we're so busy, we're doing our stuff. The reason it causes a delay is it's forcing you to stop, to think, to evaluate. A lot of you might have some past things coming up, some things from your past that have hurt you. Forgiveness has been a major thing in this whole circle of cards for this week coming up. So I believe is very much influenced. These cards are influenced by Mercury retrograde, and at your speech you might stumble over your words. Like every video, there's going to be a time I'm going to say, oh, there's Mercury retrograde. It's going to be a time when you're going to have to evaluate what serves you and doesn't serve you, who has hurt you, who hasn't hurt you, what is hindering you, what bad habits or addictions or things have you been holding on to. Now remember, forgiveness is not for them, it is for you. So when you forgive somebody, it's so that you can release the energy. So this is the symbolism. If you're holding on to your energy, your thing, your pain, your whatever, your bad habits, and because sometimes we become so used to it, or become used to our pain, or our upsetness, that we hold it like a thing, and we're so used to having it. And just because it's normal and it's what you're used to doing does not mean it serves you anymore. And if you're holding on to your pain, your anger, your things, whatever, these bad habits, because they're yours, you are not allowing this release of it so you can receive the next set of blessings. Okay, so remember, when you're dealing with these things that are coming up, if you're holding on to your pain and you're not releasing it, like I said, it doesn't mean it's what they did to you is right. It doesn't mean that when you forgive them, you can put them back in your life. That's not what it's about. If the Lord talks about it in the Bible, if you don't forgive others, He's not going to forgive you. Forgive those who have trespassed against you. It's about moving on. It's about letting go. It doesn't change that they hurt you. It doesn't change that it hurts. It's that you're not going to hold on to it anymore. You're not going to let it determine what you need to do in your life. You're not going to allow it to be that thing that drags you down. And it's with all the things in your life. So as you forgive, see, your hands are open. You're letting go of it. So then God can bring in these great, awesome blessings, these things. If you are so consumed with your stuff, your hands are full. You can't receive the things that He wants for you. So I want you this week, while this retrograde is going on, I want you to take the time to evaluate what's working for you and what's not. And it don't matter what other people think. If something's hurting you, or something's not being good, or people are not good for you, or situations, or you got too much, you need to evaluate that this week and remove it, or push away from those things that are hurting you. Okay, guys? My Sagittarius people are usually very good, hardworking, loving people. They get taken advantage of because they are good, working, hard working, just good people. A little naive in some things because they just don't want to believe the bad in certain people. So let's see what this week has for you. We're going to do a couple cards to see what we've just come out of. So Lord, please give me 3 cards to help me understand what Sagittarius has dealt with and what we're going to be going into. Help me to give them words of wisdom that will help them. We got 1. There's 3 that came out together. Let's see. Right, so we're going to see if they come out. So your first card out is 6 of spring or summer. That's good. Oh yeah, your retrograde is going to deal with memories from the past. I'm feeling like what's going to happen is you're going to remember them differently, whether it's good or bad. It's going to be a circumstance. Oh, and the Emperor, that's structure. We'll go over them in just a second. Do you have another card for my people of Sagittarius for this past week? What energy they're leaving behind? Ooh, I guess we're gonna take the 2. Unity. We'll take these together and see. You got a little extra. Okay. So first card you have is 6 of summer, and the 6 of summer deals with things that are from your past, or things that your old you, the new you, memories, childhood. 6 is the number, or summer is the water, so it's emotions, and 6 deals with this childhood in this suit. It is wands, or no, cups. See, this thing's got me crazy. Okay, so what this is about is you may have had things that come out. You may have seen people from your past. You may have had a memory. Somebody might have come up on your feed and you were thinking, oh, I remember we used to do this. This could also be thinking back, because Mercury retrograde is going to pull all that crap that you've been shoving down, that you haven't been dealing with, and it's going to be like, no, you're going to deal with it. It could be things that have happened in the past, and it could be things that you see in a good light, or now you see it like, yeah, that wasn't really good. You see it in a different light. It could be an awareness. So it's saying children. See, it's got the little kid sitting there. It says children or childhood. So it could also deal with your children and how you feel about your children. Maybe looking at how you were raised, how you raised your children, things of that nature. The return of people or romances from the past. Remembering events differently in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. So you might have looked at it one way. Like I've had that happen to me and I go, now that I look at it as an adult, it was this way. Or, wow, I was really a jerk. I didn't really, like, look at it the right way. It could be either way. So that could be your past, your childhood things. You may have seen some friends. And it's 4th of July week, so people might have come up to visit that you maybe haven't seen. The Emperor, we have this stability. Use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized, firm but compassionate leader. So the Emperor energy is talking about structure. It's talking about either you are too rigid or you have a firm, strong foundation. So I'm not sure what is happening, or that structure could be what makes you think of your past. Maybe people were like tyrants and rigid, and you see it in a different light. Then these two cards are the last ones that came out. So this is our energy that we're coming into. So some childhood, some structure, and it's very masculine, which is in your mind and your brain and like what you've been taught and things like that. And the last two cards that came out was Prince of Winter, and Prince of Winter is the Knight of Swords. So swords is thought, okay? And then your other card is Unity, okay? So the Unity card says, do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you, a spiritually minded community. Okay, so you might be deciding that the old stuff in your childhood and this structure that you had, see whether it's, and do something for the reasons that are the core of you, not because it's what everybody told you to do. I don't know if you've had something come up that you've had to, like a situation, because it's saying Prince of Winter is seek out an intellectual solution for your problem, the need to act quickly and decisively, sudden or unexpected changes. So I feel like something has happened dealing with your children or the past or something, and the old way of doing things, I don't think it's working for you, or you're looking at it a little bit differently, and I feel like that may be what you're coming out of. I don't know what it is, because it's saying do the right thing for the right reason. Don't do it because that's what you have been programmed to do or whatever. If you don't feel it's right, or you're not feeling it, don't do it. And it's sudden things. All right, so let's see what you're going into for this week of July. Oh, that's too many cards. We need for July 6th for the week. For Sagittarius, we got 1, there we go, 2, we need 1 more, guys. Whoa, not 3, there's the 1, okay. So I'll do these in order as they came out. All right, so for this week ahead, this is the energy that's presenting itself, and this is for pre-warning. It's for helping you. It's for maybe removing stress or making you aware that something could be coming or affecting you, so maybe you can approach it in a different way and it's not going to just hit you randomly. So Prince of Summer is the Prince of Cups, which is Knight of Cups, okay? So falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. Okay, so something from the past, either it's people from the past. Remember, it's not, I feel like it's not working the way you normally would think it was, because now it's saying falling in love. So either someone new or somebody from your past has come in and you're falling for them, or there's, this, and it's like unexpected, and it's gonna, like, being swept off your feet is wonderful, but being swept off your feet can be scary as heck for some people, because it makes you feel things and do things or want to do things that you didn't, like, it's out of your character or something happens. So the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. Yeah, don't get on the bus and go travel across the country with somebody that you just met. Okay? So, and this Mercury energy is going to have you thinking, or you might be disgusted. And it's saying, do things for the right reason from your past. And there's this thing, you have a situation, or maybe you are dealing with a removal of a marriage or a relationship, or someone new has come in and you're like, I think I really like that person, or you don't know what to do, okay? And I think what we need to do, because this has come up a lot, is remember that our lives are lived by us, not others. So the choices that you make, that's why I think it's saying to you, you need to make the choice because it's what you feel the core of you is telling you that you need to do. When it talks in the Bible about the heart is deceitful above all things, who can know? It's talking about the raw emotion that comes from lust and passion, and like it's emotional based, or pain and stuff like that. But when you are going internal and you are asking the core of you. The heart is the intuitive part of you. The heart and the intuitive part of you tells you that's not right. I understand people say it's okay. It's just not right. Or you might say, they're saying it's wrong, but this is what I'm being told I need to do. Like, my core of me tells me that I need to do this. And it doesn't matter what other people think, because God tells other people, you need to do this, and I want you not to do this. And it says clearly in the Bible, if you've read the Bible, that don't tell somebody that it's okay to do something if they feel that God has told them they're not supposed to, because if you make them stumble, it's against you. So it's the same thing in your life. What suits somebody else might not be good for you, or vice versa. What they're doing, you're like, yeah, no, I don't think I'm supposed to do that. And the person's like, no, come on, you need to do this. This is fine. And you're the core of you, the heart of you saying, I don't think that's what I'm supposed to do. I don't feel comfortable, or I don't feel like that's right, or I don't want to do that. Go with your instincts. Follow your gut. Something's telling me to tell you, whatever your core is telling you, don't ignore it, because we're programmed. We're told what's right. We're told what's wrong. And when you have a soul that's inside of you, your soul is connected to the universe. It's connected to God. It's connected to the cosmos. Your soul is living life through you, okay? Your soul is separate. Your soul is the energy source, the awesomeness that comes from heaven that sources you. And it's like the Holy Spirit. It talks to you and it gives you the information. And when you say, oh man, the gut of me, like, I feel like something's not right, listen to it, okay? Because it's trying to tell you and protect you. It could be your angels even telling you, no, Lonnie, don't do that. Or you need to do that. And you're like, yeah, but I don't want to. And everybody will be upset. And this core of you is saying, no, that's what I want for you. What if you go to God and he says, I gave you all these opportunities. I gave you all these things, and all you did was listen to everybody else. You never listened to what I was telling you. You just listened to what everybody wanted you to do. You lived your life for other people. Don't do that, okay? If you have children and mates and you have to make choices that are going to affect them, okay, fine. But you live your life. You have sisters, your mom, your friends. They don't live your life, and they don't stand before God for you, okay? Your next card is 10 of Winter. That's the end of a cycle. That's a completion. It's probably, it's the resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off your shoulders, the end of an addiction or a codependency. So you have been in something and it is not working with you, and it is inside of you, and you're like, yeah, I don't think this is working. And you've come to a resolution that either you have a problem, maybe with an addiction, or this person is not good for me, or I do these things and it's really not good, but you're aware of it. So you're coming to the close of a cycle, the end of difficulties, because if you're aware of it and you're coming to the end, that means you're going to do something about it, and you're going to try to change something, okay? And it's an end of a cycle. It is 10 of Swords. 10 is a finishing, completion, done, and it's the start of a new thing or a new cycle. So this one is telling you that you've come to the end of this thing that's hindering you or hurting you or bothering you, and it's not done. It's coming to an end. So what you choose to do is going to help to finish it up. And remember, forgiveness for other people and giving it to them or giving it out to the universe is not for them, it's for you. Release it so God can, you got an ending. Open your hands, let go of the pain. Okay, so someone was a jerk to you. Let it go. It's not going to serve you anymore if you hold on to it. The old person does not determine the new person. Okay? Your future is written only for certain things. It's not written as who you're going to be. There's certain things you're going to have to learn and grow, and there's going to be experiences. But how you deal with it and how you approach life, that's up to you. You've got the wheel. Things are turning. Yeah, you got something changing. The wheel means movement. Delays are over. Sudden or unexpected good luck. A new car or travel. Something. Movement. It's moving forward. So you have possibly love or a new thing, or it's emotional. It's something emotional that's going to trigger it. But you have the ending of something and delays over. I mean, we're in a pandemic and things are starting to open up. It could just be in your life in general that you are finally able to push forward, or you're able to pursue that thing, because sometimes it's not relationships. It could be duality. It could be things that are happening in your life, jobs, people, friends, and stuff like that. Oh, the world. Yeah. Oh, you have something ending. This is awesome. You have a new cycle coming. The World. The World is the card of completion. The World represents graduation, marriage, college is done, different things, weddings, you're getting married. So you what it's signifying, it's a closing of one cycle so a new cycle can begin. So you have this coming. Oh, this is awesome for you. Something new is coming because the old cycle, you have finished something. And we're going into a new segment of time in December the 21st, right around that time, we go into air energy, and we have been in earth energy for about 150 years. So this is a great thing. So that's why all this stuff has been crazy in 2020, and it's not fun for some people, but you can't go through a major change from 150 years of this heavy earth energy and then go into light air energy. And it's about communication and renewable fuels, and it's technologies. You're going to see things expand and coming into this, but it's also going to change how people think, because we're pushing and moving into that next energy. So of course it's going to stir things up. Change is never fun. It's never pretty sometimes, but the result is probably going to be something great. You have a culmination and an ending to whatever you've been dealing with. This could also mean that you are finishing a relationship with somebody. You have finished your college and you're getting ready to go out in the world. You have decided to get married. So now the world is gonna signify your wedding, that it's done, and then you're gonna go back into full mode, which is the beginning, innocence, and a new cycle. Now you're gonna be a married person, and then and it might be finished. You might get pregnant, and then you're gonna have a mom life or a dad life. Okay, that's what this card signifies. It's the end of a cycle and a new one's going to begin. Yours is coming. Okay, it's not here. So it says a brilliant success, the freedom to go any direction, a journey that is now complete. Awesome. So you have hit a spot in your life that a new journey is about to present itself. So I wouldn't be surprised in the next month or so that you get the Fool card, or you get this newness or a new adventure, a new thing. The Pentacles up. Aces are beginning. It's the venture, it's the new thing, or you could have a new creative thing. And you have a card that says falling in love or being swept off your feet. So this emotional thing, you might have a new relationship coming in. Who knows? This is awesome for you. So we're going to do your cards real quick. Your reading's going to be a little longer. It's okay. I only have this one and the next one to do. So these are my cards. I was using the fairy deck by Bradley Valentine. We're going to be selling these cards too. If you like any of the images or the cards, you can buy them from me. I've got about 3 publishing houses that I'm working with. So what do we have for our Sagittarians? What kind of word cards do you have for them? What kind of word cards do you have for them for this reading to clarify, Lord? Okay. And this one is the Sacred Destiny. These are beautiful. If you like imagery, if you like cards or whatever, this is a deck of words, and it's beautiful images. I'm an artist, so I like things that have beautiful pictures and images. I actually buy decks based on how pretty they look to me. That's how I'm drawn to them. There's too many. One more. Oh, there's 2 more. That's what we need. Okay. So let's see what we got here. So we got power. Yeah, you're coming into a new thing. And that's that Emperor, that structure, and this energy that's coming in because you're finishing a cycle. Power. You have the power. And action. Yep, time to move. There's something you're going to be doing. And look at that beautiful water. It's just in the sun. Oh, that's so funny. When I did your thing, I saw the ocean with the beach, and then it turned into the sunset. And I feel like, and I was saying, I feel like something's completing for you. Oh, I forgot about that. That's so cool. This is what I was seeing. This shows action, but in my mind I was thinking, oh, well, if it shows the morning, like it was showing the ocean, and then I saw it go into the red and the sunset, which I'm thinking, oh, maybe there's a completion. And then I saw a German Shepherd. I don't know what that's all about. I saw a dog. Maybe it's loyalty. Maybe it's German Shepherds. But he was just looking at me. He wasn't doing anything. He was just looking at me. That's what I saw. So maybe take that as it resonates. And then your next one is purification. I think that's what that cycle is. You've cleaned out, because look, it's rain. I see the sky is pretty consistent. You've got power, and then these powerful clouds, and then the rain clearing you out, and then wisdom. And this wisdom comes from that cycle. Look at how pretty they are. Wisdom comes from experiencing something. It's not knowledge. Knowledge is learning. Wisdom, it comes from experience and learning from mistakes, from things you've done. You have wisdom if you have gone through it. Okay? It's different than knowledge. Knowledge is learning. You can learn everything. You can learn everything about the Bible, but that's not wisdom. Wisdom is learning how to live it or be. Because I've been through this, God has got me through this. That's the difference. And I think your cycle that you've been through is what's giving you the wisdom. You've probably been through a lot of stuff. Sagittarius people have very full emotional lives, usually dealing with their family. Their families and there is the core of who they are. They are very, they do work hard, but I think that they deal with a lot because their families are very, very important to them. They do a lot for them, or their families seem to give them hell. I don't understand it, but when they have family, they seem to have this full spectrum. And because they're so good-hearted and naive to some extent, their kids sometimes will their families will put them through a lot emotionally because they don't totally understand all the stuff that's happening. So you got this great cycle finishing, power, action. What kind of words of wisdom do you have for my Sagittarius people? Sagittarius, you must have needed to hear some stuff. Well, there's one. Oh yeah, you got growth. What's your wisdom, Lord, for them for this week ahead? Because remember, this is just the week ahead. This isn't forever, but this is a good reading. You're finishing out a time frame that a new cycle is starting for you. There's that one. Okay, so we'll take that. All right, so you have growth. Okay, and it says, seek out a mentor or guide. Take baby steps as you grow. Be willing to learn from others. Okay, so you have a cycle that you're finishing, but this new thing, I think that's for the new thing. You have something new coming in, and you're going to be growing in a new thing. And then you have the goddess, and this one says, honor your divine feminine energy. Divine feminine energy is the core of you. It's the emotional side of you. It's the ethical side of you. It's the intuitive. The brain, the masculine is the brain, and it's what you're taught. It's structure. It's, you can't think outside the box. Feminine energy, that's why we talk about it's not male, female. It's where if you are feminine energy, you are intuitive, you are mental, you are emotional, you have compassion. There's things about you. If you are a masculine energy, you are logic, in the box, square, you're analytical, you're in the box, okay? That's how you decide whether you're a masculine or a feminine energy. And this is telling you, with all this, it's core. It's about the internal part of you. See your inner beauty. Love every part of you. You may also, I think this one, I'm going to pull one more. You may also have been dealing with your own self-doubt, and you might come into a relationship and this awesome sudden awareness that you want something better for yourself, that you're worth it. Okay, so maybe you're going to come into a cycle that you're going to be like, you know what? I'm not putting up with people's crap no more. I love myself. I am who I am. And if you don't love me, well, jump off the bridge, you know, not being a jerk. But sometimes that self-awareness is just as awesome, because if you've allowed people to manipulate you and put you where you're supposed to, maybe this is the end of that cycle and you're going to do something for you. Adventure. That's your other card. Dare to do things differently. Oh yeah, you got to make a choice, honey. Manifest your travel dreams. Move to a new location. So it's movement. Okay, it's choosing to do things and be outside the box. Remember, your feminine energy. Do things by what the core of you is telling you. I think that's what the problem is. I think you're fighting the structure, and you've been so long doing everything the way everybody wants you to do it, that you're finally, I feel like you're going to be at that point where you're like, you know, this ain't working for me. I'm not happy. I'm going to do it my way, which is awesome. This is the deck that we're finishing up all the readings with. This is the Crow Tarot. This is a new one. So I have the book because the little insight she does is really been wrapping the videos up. Oh, let's see. Let me do this. So this is the idea or the advice or the kind of like wrapping, pulling the whole reading together, and we'll see. Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles deal with your security. They deal with money, materialistic things. So let's see what the Knight of Pentacles has to say to you for the week. And the Knight, he's hiding in here. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles sits upon his horse, ready to take on the next task. There you go. You're going to the next venture. He has seen the page's dream of focus, visualization, and now, through hard work and determination, he will set the vision into motion as he enters the path of fruition. Yeah, you are going into that next cycle. The Knight of Pentacles is slow-moving and methodical. That's that Emperor, planning and making sure everything's good. The Knight of Pentacles may appear as a co-worker or business partner who will keep his word and as a result become instrumental in ensuing the success of the project. He's a hard worker. You are a hard worker who will ensure that each task is completed successfully before starting a new one. Okay, so this is going to be, the next step is going to be putting things into action, and it looks like you're going to have someone that's going to be along to help with you. And that says falling in love. That could also mean a relationship. Someone's going to come in and be with you, to live your life with you and help you and support you. But it could also be a business partner. It could deal with your work. It could deal with something that's very important in your life, or something that you're going to have help with, or a new part of your life. Because it doesn't have to just be romance. It could just be someone that you care about, a friendship, a relationship. It could be your work relationship, things like that. Now in reverse, because this is like a warning type of thing, or help you. Reversed, the Knight of Pentacles risks becoming bored or stuck in the same job. Remember, doing something just because you're just so used to it doesn't mean that it serves you. He may also reflect a relationship that is not progressing or has become stagnant. That's where I said that it might be something you're moving on because something's not working for you anymore. Remembering it in a different light, or realizing that, yeah, you're moving forward. And it's not going to be an easy choice, guys, because it's not going to be something, if you've probably been used to it and you're finishing a cycle. So this life that you've lived has been in place for a while probably, and this is going to be something new. So change is not always fun, but you're going to have a great week, guys. So good luck with everything, and I hope you enjoyed your holiday weekend. The week ahead, I'll be probably on in the week starting the next videos for the week that goes past that. We're going to be doing our love video. We just had our full moon last night, so hopefully you're growing from our last lesson. I do a lesson to deal with the new moon because each month has a new lesson. I'm going to check back with you guys. It'll be about a week. Definitely subscribe if you like the things that you've been hearing, because we're going to be having all different kinds of readings and things coming up. We're back on a normal routine. Guys, good luck with this new venture. Wrap up the things that you're dealing with. Use your intuition and use your inner core to decide what's best for you and your family and your life, okay? Guys, have a great one. We'll see you in a week.